The following is a Red Apple Podcast Network presentation.
They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it.
Welcome to Dominic Carter's podcast. This is Dominic Carter's City Hall. Now, here's Dominic Carter.
Red Apple Podcast Talk Radio 77 WABC. You can listen to me, Dominic Carter, weeknights at midnight, Sundays, 11 p.m. College campuses, do the right thing. It's not that hard. Shut down all the recent anti-Israel hate. This is my podcast. Let's go. At least with the Columbia University fiasco came some leadership, albeit all the way from Washington, D.C., when House Speaker Mike Johnson and some of his GOP colleagues were forced to travel to Columbia to highlight the problem of these anti-Israel protests, calling on the university president to resign and stating the obvious that the National Guard may need to be called in if necessary. You have a First Amendment right to protest, but not to publicly hate Jewish students and take over part of the campus. The truth is, somebody had to put these 2024 modern-day hippies in their place. Speaker Mike Johnson at Columbia.
We are standing here right now on the steps of the Low Library. In this very building right behind us, Columbia University once awarded Winston Churchill an honorary degree, and it was Churchill who said, "It is manifestly right that Jews should have a national home where they may be reunited." We believe in that principle. And today I'm here to proclaim to all those who gnash their teeth and demand to wipe the state of Israel off the map and attack our innocent Jewish students, this simple truth: neither Israel nor these Jewish students on this campus will ever stand alone.
And among the other GOP speakers, Congressman Mike Lawler.
I want Palestinians to be free too, from their oppressor, Hamas. And every single one of you students that support Hamas are an absolute abomination. It is shameful that you would support a terrorist organization that butchered and beheaded and burned innocent women, children, and babies. I went to Israel a month after the attack on October 7th, and I watched a 21-minute unedited video, raw footage of the attack. I watched exactly what Hamas did. And sadly here in America, we have students endorsing the butchering and brutality of a terrorist organization. If you want a ceasefire, the fastest way for a ceasefire to occur is for Hamas to surrender and to release the hostages. And if you can't call for that, you are a pathetic embarrassment to this institution and to students everywhere.
Meanwhile, a Jewish New York University professor, Scott Galloway, appeared on MSNBC and is correctly criticizing the anti-Israel protesters and the anti-Semitism on college campuses, arguing there is a double standard when it comes to hate speech directed at Jewish people.
And I do think there is a double standard. I walked by NYU last night. What I saw was peaceful protests. But I can tell you, if I went into the NYU square with a white hood on and said, lynch the blacks or burn the gays, my ID would be shut off by that night. And I would never work in academia again. There would be no need for the words context or nuance. I wouldn't be protected by terms like First Amendment or free speech. I would be out of the world of academia. It seems like we have a double standard when it comes to hate speech as long as it's against Jews.
And we're not just talking about the exercising of free speech and protest, which we agree people have, and there's spaces on campus for that. It's what they're saying is the harassment of Jewish students. So what is that? Why is there that double standard? Because of course you're right. You don't even have to say it out loud. If these things were being said about black people or gay people or Latinos or Asian or anybody else, forget it. Shut down the school. Everybody's expelled. Why is there still that double standard?
I think it's complicated. I think, one, young people have a healthy gag reflex on what people our age think. And I think that's healthy. Two, I don't think Israel has draped itself in glory over the last 20 or 30 years. They've shifted from being kind of the David to the Goliath. I also think that incorrectly students on campus conflate the civil rights movement with what is going on in Palestine and have digressed, unfortunately, because of an orthodoxy promoted by me and my colleagues that there are oppressors and oppressed, and the easiest way to identify oppressors is how white and how rich they are, or fairly or unfairly. Israel is seen as ground zero for whiteness and how wealthy they are. And then what might sound paranoid, but doesn't mean I'm wrong. I think we are being manipulated, specifically youth, who their frame for the world is TikTok. And if you look at TikTok, there are 52 videos that are pro-Hamas or pro-Palestinian for every one served on Israel.
Turning lemons into lemonade, the hush money trial of former President Donald Trump continues, which means Trump is locked to a New York City courtroom and is away from the presidential campaign trail. Before court one day, Trump visited a New York City construction site where he received a warm welcome, as illustrated in this report from WABC TV in New York, talking to construction workers.
Former President Trump was greeted with a patriotic chant and applause early Thursday morning, stopping by a construction site to meet with dozens of union members and supporters.
I always liked Trump, you know. He did a lot for us when he was our president, you know. I like him to, you know, when he runs again, hopefully he gets elected. And he's not alone. Longtime construction worker Thomas Tirada tells me he's looking for a change. Go to the grocery store, go to the gas station. Look at it. Everybody's affected. You can't tell me it isn't.
And Trump touting the recent Bloomberg News survey showing him ahead in 6 out of 7 battleground states.
We're very close in New York, I understand, and we're leading in the country by a lot. Polls just came out a little while ago, as you saw yesterday, that we're up in every swing state and up by a lot in every swing state. So I think we're going to do very well, and we're going to make a play for New York. They said, I just heard there was a very good poll came out. Normally, a Democrat will win New York. Biden is the worst president in history, and we have some very bad people here, but we have the greatest people, and they're right behind me. And they all want us to run, and we're gonna run very hard in New York. New York, we have a good chance of winning New York, in my opinion, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a shot. Oh, I have no idea. They've taken my constitutional right away with a gag order. That's all it is. It's election interference. This whole thing is election interference. So the polls have just come out, and I just got another sample. We're leading every swing state by a lot, and we're leading the nation by a lot. He's the worst president in the history of our country. He makes Jimmy Carter look great. Jimmy Carter is very happy because his presidency was brilliant by comparison. But this is the worst president we've ever had. He's destroying our country. Close the borders. You can do it in one phone call. You can close the borders. Close up the borders, Joe. Our country's going to hell.
President Joe Biden, for his part, was at the annual Correspondents' Dinner in Washington, having fun at his own expense and, of course, at Trump's.
Of course, the 2024 election is in full swing. And yes, age is an issue. I'm a grown man running against a 6-year-old. Well, I feel great. I really feel great. I'm campaigning all over the country. Pennsylvania, Georgia, North Carolina. I've always done well in the original 13 colonies. And speaking of history, did you hear what Donald just said about the major Civil War battle? Quote, Gettysburg, wow. Trump's speech was so embarrassing, the statue of Robert E. Lee surrendered again. But look, age is the only thing we have in common. My vice president actually endorses me. I had a great stretch since the State of the Union, but Donald has had a few tough days lately. You might call it stormy weather. What the hell? Trump's so desperate he started reading those Bibles he's selling. Then he got to the first commandment. You shall have no other gods before me. That's when he put it down and said, this book's not for me.
And there was also the self-defecating part for Biden.
To all my friends in the press and Fox News, some of you complain that I don't take enough of your questions. No comment. Of course, the New York Times issued a statement blasting me for, quote, active and effectively avoiding independent journalists. Hey, if that's what it takes to get the New York Times to say I'm active and effective, I'm for it. It's okay. I have higher standards. I do interviews with strong, independent journalists who millions of people actually listen to, like Howard Stern.
President Biden now also stating in an interview with Howard Stern that he will debate Trump. There was also the story of the woman who made headlines for harassing Alec Baldwin with a pro-Palestinian tirade in a New York City coffee shop. It ended with Baldwin losing his cool and smacking the cell phone out of her hands. She calls herself, quote, Crackhead Barney, has 100,000 followers on Instagram, and goes around New York doing shock interviews of celebrities and top officials.
Alec, can you please say Free Palestine one time? Why did you kill that lady? You killed that lady and got no jail time? No jail time, Alec? Sorry. No jail time, Alec. You're putting innocent people in jail, Alec Baldwin. I'm so sorry. Free Palestine, Alec, just one time, and I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone, I swear. Just say Free Palestine one time. One time. One time.
Call the police.
One time, Alec. You know he's a criminal. You know he's a fucking criminal. Come on, Alec. Just say Free Palestine one time. One time. Just one time. Please. And I'll leave you alone. Free Palestine. Fuck Israel. Fuck Zionism. Please say it. One time.
Could you do me one quick favor?
In her video segments, Crackhead Barney wears little more than a diaper and appears in her bra. She's African American, but says she identifies as a white woman. After the Alec Baldwin situation, she appeared on the Piers Morgan TV show in England.
Piers Morgan. You're asking too
Just for the
many
record,
questions.
my name is actually just Piers Morgan.
What's wrong with saying Free Palestine? Piers, can you say free Palestine for me?
I think.
Piers, can you say Free Palestine for me?
If you stop shouting, yeah.
I want you to say it.
Yes, I'm happy to say.
Okay, I'm not going to shout.
If you just,
Mr. Piers Morgan,
if you just keep quiet, I can answer your question. Yes, I'm very happy to say that.
I'm never quiet, Piers.
Sorry, you're still talking.
I'm never quiet.
Okay, but try.
I'm never
Otherwise,
quiet,
I can't.
Piers. I cannot
You asked me to
shut
do
up.
something. If you don't shut up, I can't give you the answer.
Oh my God.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'll shut up for you.
I absolutely believe that Palestine should be free. Yes.
Oh, okay. And how are we going to do that, Piers? Give us the answers, Piers Morgan. Give us the f***ing answers.
Yeah,
how are we going to make Palestine free?
Yeah, if it was as simple
How
as
are we
me...
going to do it?
If it was as simple as me just giving a simple answer now, it would have been done by now. It's a very complicated issue. But let me ask you again, let me ask you again, seriously, why did you do what you did to Alec Baldwin, and what did you hope to achieve?
Alec Baldwin, look at me. Piers, honestly. Piers, look at my body. Look at this. Look at me. Piers, I was maimed by a white man.
Listen, I understand you're a performative artist. I understand you're trying to make everybody laugh. You've made your joke about your terrible maiming.
Satellite, you're lashing me.
Right, okay, I'm not lashing you.
I was beaten. This is the third. This is the third white man to beat me this week.
Right.
Third white man. Yesterday, my white boyfriend beat the out of me. This is the third white man. Monday was Alec. The second day was another white man. Third day, Pierce Morgan is beating me up on international TV.
And crackhead Barney continued with her antics on the Pierce Morgan TV show.
Well, welcome to Uncensored.
Hey, Pierce! I've been waiting for you, Morgan.
Okay.
I wore my diaper today for you, Pierce. Do you like it?
Not particularly, no. Do you want to sit down?
And Pierce, can you bring me to Buckingham Palace? I would like to meet the Queen.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'd really like to meet the Queen.
I don't think the Queen, if you mean Queen Camilla, she is probably tied up with royal engagements at the moment. If you meant the Queen who died...
Well, get me in, Pierce.
Yeah.
Get me in, Pierce. I want it.
Okay. Can I take you back, if I may, to what you did to Alec Baldwin? Can you explain why you did it?
What did I do to Alec Baldwin? Pierce, do you see the damage that Alec did to me? Do you see the damage? Look at my arms. Look at my arms, Pierce. Look at my neck. I was maimed by a white man on Monday. You're telling me what I did?
No, you weren't maimed by Alec Baldwin on Monday, were you?
I was maimed.
No, you weren't.
My hand is broken. My neck is broken.
No, it's
my
not.
Legs. Look at my legs. My legs don't work. Look at this. Pierce, are you another white devil? Pierce Morgan, don't do this to me, Pierce. It's too early in the morning, Pierce. Pierce, it's too early.
Not the wig. Your wig's come off.
It's not a wig, Pierce. It's my hair. I'm a white woman. I identify as a white woman.
Again, this lady has 100,000 followers on Instagram. Lord help us all. Sounding off with some of you, this is Jacqueline in Brooklyn.
Well, appropriate that you played that clip. And I want to first say that I am in no way making fun of this poor soul. And what I'm about to say, I'm being facetious in what I'm about to say. Obviously, this poor woman is psychotic. But since she had on white powder, and since I am a white woman, I'm going to say I'm offended as a white woman that she did that, just like a black person would be offended if a white person put on blackface.
Agreed. Go ahead.
And I'm being facetious. It doesn't bother me in the least.
Okay.
But she decided just because she's smoking those little white crack rocks doesn't make her a white woman. And she decided one day she wants to be a purple dinosaur and another day she wants to be a white Karen. She's got to decide, figure out which one it is. But she sounded very calm and very normal. Not what she was saying was normal with the clip that you played the other night, the first night. But this, I mean, it's blatantly obvious. This poor soul is completely off the wall and completely psychotic.
You know, I agree with you, Jacqueline, but I have to admit this, and maybe it's time for me to go to the funny farm. Part of what she's doing is genius because she's mocking all of us. She's mocking whites. She's mocking blacks. She's wearing diapers. She's exposing her breasts. And she went from 0 to 100. She attacks Alec Baldwin. She's on the Piers Morgan show. I'm talking about her. Others are talking about her. She's the lead of the New York Post. I mean, but I'm saddened, Jacqueline, and I wanted to talk to you here in particular as it relates to this because I put it all together in the pot. And in the pot, I'm saying to myself, what is going on? You've got these nut protesters attacking NYPD officers. You got them out there supporting Gaza. You've got police under attack. You got these nut African Americans punching white women in the face. It seems like you got the migrants. Oh, let's not leave out the migrants, right? And they have no respect for any of us. They're like, this is my country now. I own this. You used to own it. I own it, and you're only going to pay for me to be here. How do you like me now? That's their attitude. So I put that all in the pot. And Jacqueline, what's going on here?
Well, like I always like to say, the nuts are running the asylum. And it is a free country, so if she can make something of herself and get her 15 minutes of fame and make a couple of bucks out of it, hey, God bless her, you know? I guess she needs to do something. But it's to me, it's Alice in Wonderland world. Down the rabbit hole, everything is upside down and backwards, and I keep blaming it all on the same individual, the enemy. It's all the enemy.
So, Jacqueline, help me as a woman here right now, because obviously I can't put this in perspective. Why is she showing us her breasts? Why? I mean, I'm really trying to understand this. Doing a live television interview where her breasts are exposed and she's wearing a diaper. What is that about?
Well, it's as you said just a moment ago. You are talking about her. She got interviewed by Piers Morgan. Everybody's talking about her. She's on the news. You know, before Norman told us all that he had this interaction with her, nobody ever heard of her until you brought it to our attention 3 or 4 days ago, however many days it is. So it's working. What she's doing is working.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit ActiveDay.com to apply.
If you work as a manufacturing facilities engineer, installing a new piece of equipment can be as complex as the machinery itself. From prep work to alignment and testing, it's your team's job to put it all together. That's why it's good to have Grainger on your side. With industrial-grade products and next-day delivery, Grainger helps ensure you have everything you need close at hand through every step of the installation. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com.
And thank you, Jacqueline in Brooklyn. And that is all the time we have for this episode. Thank you, folks, for joining us. You can catch me live on 77 WABC, weeknights at midnight, Sundays 11 p.m. Go check out the Dominic Carter merchandise at the 77 WABC store. From Dominic Carter t-shirts to hats and much more, go to WABCRadiostore.com. You can also order my remarkable book on my life of overcoming obstacles that you can't even begin to imagine at the 77 WABC store. It's titled No Mama's Boy. You can also get the book at my personal website, DominicCarterOnline.com. DominicCarterOnline.com, where the book will be personally signed by me. Until the next time, Dominic Carter, Red Apple Podcast, Talk Radio 77, WABC.
I gotta make it. Dominic Carter Socials on Twitter at Dominic TV and Facebook and Instagram. Dominic Carter TV. Email at dominic.carter@wabcradio.com. Until the next episode, be well. And as Dominic always says, stay positive. The glass is always half full, never half empty. Dominic Carter City Hall.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra durable pocket hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting radio exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free pocket pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.